Hi everyone, this is Shannon from the Irish Wrapper, and today we are making this card using probably a stamp set that not many have thought to use for Halloween. So today's card is going to be using our Woodlands Textured Embossing Folder, the Swirly Bird Finlets. So we're actually going to use this large one to create our pumpkin, and we're going to use this for, you know, the hay or, you know, the stuff that it's going to sit on. And then we're actually going to use the pumpkin face from Jar of Haunts. So this should be a pretty quick project. Let's go ahead and show you how to get started. Alright, so let me bring in my Big Shot first. And I just have our regular platform. I have one cutting plate. I'm going to take my crumb cake card base, which is an A2 size, so 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I am going to just lay that in the center. So you can see here, hopefully, that I'm lining it up with those two trees. And I'm going to run it through just like that. Okay. Alright, so now you should be able to see that. Isn't that pretty? I love this one. You can do so many things with that. Okay, so now let me change my platform. I'm going to use the magnetic platform with one cutting plate, and we will go ahead and do our chocolate chip, and we're going to take our large Finlet here, and we're going to lay that down and take our other plate, and we'll run that one through. Okay, now we'll go ahead and do our pumpkin. So I have a piece of pumpkin pie here, and I'm going to again just grab this large Thinlet, so it almost has its own you know, handle on the pumpkin. And now we can run that through. Now when we're done running this through, we're going to want to keep the centerpiece that also gets cut out. So if you can see here, this centerpiece we're still going to want, as well as the rest. So let me set this aside. We're done with the Big Shot. And I'm just going to grab my foam pad and my die brush, and I'm just going to run that over my pumpkin. Oops. Lost one of my bristles. Okay. And then we'll have to figure out how that goes back in. But now we have our pieces. So what I did was I actually took some of the crumb cake ink, and let me find my finger dauber. Here it is. I'm going to get myself a scratch piece of paper in case I go off. And I'm just going to run this sponge with a little bit of ink in a circular motion just over some of these. It just gives it a whole nother dimension. It makes it kind of pop out at you, which I love. Looks pretty good. Alright, and let me grab, we are going to be using our Wink of Stella, so I'm going to bring that in as well. Okay, so now we can take our other pieces. It just doesn't want to come up. Alright, and then we're going to use some fine tip glue, and the way I lay this is you kind of want that indent here so that your pumpkin can kind of set right in it, just like that. And then we can trim down this edge. But that's, you just want to be sure you kind of have it, you know, going up in that direction. So I'm going to bring in my fine tip glue, and we're going to put some dots here. Alright, and I have it pretty low, so I'm fine with it even touching that bottom edge of the paper. So just give that a nice little press so that that glue takes hold. Got a nice firm press. Okay, let me find my scissors. Set this aside. And I'm going to just trim these off. Just like that. Alright. Okay, so now we have our pumpkin. And I just want to figure out which way this is going. It doesn't quite, just need to turn it a little bit more. Okay. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this part down first. Because it's embossed, you just want to hold it a little bit to make sure that it takes hold. And now you can just redo your centerpiece. So this is how that one sets. So you could use fast fuse here. I'm just going to continue with my fine tip glue. Alright, and I'm going to close this up so I don't clog it. Okay, it lays perfectly in there. Alright. Okay, so now I'm going to grab our face from the jar of haunts and get my black. And we're going to stamp that in the chocolate chip, so we're going to bring that color back in. Okay, just like that. Perfect. Oh, I actually need that one more time. I forgot. Our sentiment is using the Teeny Tiny Wishes, the Happy Halloween. We're going to stamp that in the chocolate chip as well. There we go. And I'm just using a scrap piece of Old Olive. I'm just going to ink that up. A few bubbles. That ink pad is juicy. Okay. And then I'm just going to, with light pressure, hold that down. And grab our classic label punch. This coordinates perfectly with the Teeny Tiny Wishes. And you can punch that out. Just like that. Alright, we're going to use a few dimensionals on the back of that. I'm going to use the edge of my dimensionals. Okay, and then we're going to put this off to the edge there. And we still have a couple more things to do. Let me grab my Halloween twine. And we're going to use the pumpkin pie and the black mix. This comes in a double combo pack, so the other one is smoky slate and black. Love these, and you get a lot, so they're perfect for projects. Okay, so we're going to try to do a little tiny bow. That's pretty good. Alright, I'm going to trim that. And I'm going grab myself a little glue dot. I'm going to put this right on to that glue dot. Okay, and a couple more things. I'm going to use one of the Old Olive Bright enamel dots, and I'm going to use that for the pumpkin's nose. So we're going to lay that down right there. And then lastly, I'm going to take my Wink of Stella clear pen. We have these in clear and gold. So easy to use and just adds a nice shine to all your projects. You can put it over any color. So I'm just going to color in the outside of this pumpkin. And hopefully you'll be able to see this maybe in my close-up picture at the end of the video if you don't see it as I'm coloring it now. It's giving our pumpkin a nice little shine and a little glitter hint. This project is just another way to kind of take a look again at the stamps and the thinlits that you do have and be creative and see what you can come up with. When I originally purchased this set, I had no intention of using it for Halloween. That didn't even cross my mind until now. But they're so versatile. Okay, so there is our card. I'm not sure you'll be able to see that glitter, but I love it. It's a very fun, simple card to do, but really love the colors in this. So I hope you've enjoyed watching my video today. I wanted to remind you, I did post on Monday that I have opened up a stamp club for the month of October. So if you'd like to participate in that, all you need is a minimum $35 purchase in my online store, and I will send you a free kit to create 3 cards with envelopes, so keep that in mind. Also, we have a few October specials going on. There is one that's going to be ending today, October 5th, so definitely check that out. I will have those on my blog as well. And then we have another sale going on this month, which is for the Designer Series paper. So that is not the specialty paper, but it is the Designer Series paper, 12 by 12. You can buy 3 and get the 4th one free. So there's some great things going on right now, and I hope you join me and purchase from my store. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.